Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Shataria here at Chicago Branch Great Millstone, prophesizing the return of the Heavenly Father Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai. You all ignorantly call him Jesus, but his true and Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai. Coming at you with another lesson. Lord will, it is edifying through the Spirit. But as always, before we get started, we're going to give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raka'ah Kadash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders here at Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Honors to the hopeful elect, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical and true Hebrews of the Bible. Salutation to all the Akim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity, the speckled bird, and all those whose lineage goes back to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, healthy Barakatha, and to the Akwaf, and those of you out there listening and learning, Shalom and Barakatha to you also. Who are the wicked? Who are the wicked? Identifying the wicked, okay? Let's go here. Psalms, and we want Psalms 58 and 3. And Psalms 58 and 3 reads, "The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies." And this is going into the wicked, okay? Once they got into rulership, once that yoke was broke, okay? That time period was up and they came down out those Caucasus Mountains during the Renaissance period, okay? And they got back into power. Soon as they got back into power, wickedness spread exceedingly, okay? As soon as they born, they go speaking lies, plundering, pillaging, killing, robbing, mass murder, false BS, deception, lies, okay? This is the wicked, all right? And what brought me to this lesson is they can easily be identified through the scriptures, okay? Through the Bible, but 2/3 of our people, they have a problem, okay? They have what you might call Stockholm Syndrome. They don't want to recognize the power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, or should I say, heed and abide to the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, because they're so busy trying to let their daddy Esau, okay, you know, we be a good master. We be good, master. We be good, master. We's gonna be good. We're gonna get you in the kingdom, master. Don't worry, master. Stepping Fletcher ass niggas. Let me calm down. They done took two channels from me already, but these 2/3 Jakes are so busy trying to make other people fit into the kingdom, especially the wicked, okay? Who don't belong any kind of way, get into the kingdom, all right? And 2 Esdras 9 and 13 says, don't worry how the wicked will be destroyed. Worry about how you are going to be saved, okay? Let's get that one real quick. I don't want to butcher anything, and I feel like ranting a little bit today. All right, let's get that. Feel like teaching a little bit. Let me see. Here it goes. 2nd Ezra 9 and 13. And it reads, it says, and therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. Okay? You see? So we ain't supposed to be worrying about the wicked, the wicked, okay? We're going to identify the wicked. That's the title of this lesson. Who are the wicked, okay? And we shouldn't worry about how they're going to be destroyed. We should worry about how the righteous are going to be delivered, okay? That was 2nd Ezra 9 and 13. I gave you Psalms 58 and 3. For the wicked are estranged from the womb. As soon as they born, they go speaking lies, roughly paraphrasing, all right? Okay, and again, who are the wicked? Because we all know, but when you identify them through scripture, biblically, 2/3 of our people, and that's mainly these false prophets, okay? These Sunday going pastors, all right? TD fakes. I meant Jakes, Geno's, Geno Know Nothing Jennings, okay? Creflo Counterfeit Dollar. Yeah, all these false prophets, okay? And just to name a few, okay? It's way more than that. Okay, all those who have signed these 501c3 charters, all right, and the rabbit hole goes real deep, all right, and have sold their soul for filthy lucre, okay? They have a problem with identifying the wicked, all right? Okay, let's go here. Where do we want to go? Let's get right to it now. Job 9 and 24. And it says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay, so the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, all right? All right. It says they cover the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So they have whitewashed history, all right? They've covered the faces of the real judges to make it look like them, to make the judges look like them, or take on their appearance, all right? Those whose hands the earth is given into, okay? The wicked whose hands the earth is given into, all right? Job 9 and 24, and it reads, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. So let's back that up real quick and stay in the book of Job. We need Job 18. Let's get Job 18. Job 18, 5 and 6. Job 18, 5 and 6. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. Job 18 and 6, the light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. So the wicked evidently are, the Lord is talking about putting a candle out, okay? He's disgusted with the wicked, all right? Okay, so that lets you know there is wicked, okay, who the wicked are, all right? The candle of the wicked shall be put out, Job 18:5 and 6. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. So that lets you know the wicked are about to be destroyed. Okay, their candle is about to get extinguished, all right? Okay. Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah has a hit out on this place, on this man, okay? All right. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right. So who runs everything? All right. I mean, who controls Hollywood or Hollyweird? Okay. Hollywood. All right. Who controls the movie industry? Who controls the music industry? And it's supposed to be hip hop, but it's sane rock now, satanic rock now, whatever it is, okay? Who controls the government, all right? Not just this government, but who has world banks all throughout the earth, all right? The global banking elites, okay? All right? The international bankers, okay? That's who run everything. Who controls America, all right? See, America is not a country. America is a corporation. This place was purchased by Duke Rothschild back in the late 1800s, and it has a shadow government and a ghost payroll. This guy, Trump, they got all the dirt on not just Trump, but all the politicians are compromised here in Babylon, aka America, okay? And he's a puppet, and all the rest of these politicians here in Babylon, aka America, are puppets for the global banking elites, the international bankers, okay? The small hatters. Amulek, all right? And these are the tabernacles of Edom, okay? That's who runs everything. The wicked. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Let's go back there again. Job 9:24. And it says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. So like I said, and that's who runs Babylon, aka America. This place is ran by the global banking elites, okay? And this guy Trump does their bidding, all right? Okay. And that's why we say shadow government, because they do the bidding of the small hatters over there, okay? And them Israelis, not Israelites, but Israelis, okay? Not Jews, but Jewish, all right? Okay? All right, so that's who runs everything. And it has a ghost payroll because everything here in Babylon, aka America, is kicked back to Israel, okay? Israel, so many billions, I don't know, every year, all right, is kicked back to Israel, all right? Their children have free health care, free schooling, okay? When they get 18, they have a account put up where each individual one that turns 18 has what, $2-3 million invested. That's theirs, okay? All courtesy of Babylon, aka America, all right? So that's who runs everything, your global banking elites. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So Teman, all right, That's the Germans, all right? Jemea Major, Jemea Minor. Like it says in Jeremiah, is there no more wisdom in Teman? That is the smartest tribe of the tabernacles of Edom, okay? All right. Gog, Magog, which is the Russians, okay? They're occupying the footprint of the bear, but this is the tabernacles of Edom. This is the strongest tribe of the Edomites, okay? And again, Babylon, aka America, the mother of harlots, mistress of witchcraft that rideth, upon the beast, and the beast is NATO and EU, okay? And they're starting to hate the whore. And it's all ran by the global banking elites, okay? Your international bankers. Amulek, which is the chief tribe of the Edomites. And these are pretty much modern day Chaldeans. The educated elite, not only educated in the mainstream sense of the word, but also in the occult, are the hidden religions of black magic, the religion that was passed down going all the way back to the Assyrian Empire, okay? So these people have consolidated the ancient hidden religions of the occult mystery, all right, the religions that go all the way back to the Assyrians, all right, and they've amalgamated, okay, pretty much doctrine and technology, all right? And what you have now are a bunch of witches and warlocks on steroids, okay? And this is the wicked, all right? Okay? Let's go here, all right? Let's get Genesis. And let's get Genesis 25 and 25, okay? And Genesis 25 and 25 reads, and the first, okay, we'll start up a little bit. It says, and the Lord said we'll start up a little bit more. Genesis 25 and 22. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of a people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red, okay, all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother, Genesis 25 and 26. And after that came his brother, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them, okay? All right? So Esau, now contrary to popular belief, okay, they aren't white, the so-called white man, all right? Because white is a fabricated or fictional concept. That word concept, that goes into a abstract idea, general notion, plan, or someone's intention, okay? The conception, all right? And that word black, it's used to basically, stereotype someone, okay? In a derogatory manner or term. We're going to put you on the blacklist. He's going to get blackballed. I tell you, they're going to blackball him. Okay. You're going to get put on the blacklist. You're going to get put, you're going to get blackballed. You're going to get put in the black book. The only one in that book is Al Capone. Okay. So it's all, that's going into casino, inside joke there. All right. But the only one, these words were used to create hatred, devise racism. White is a man-made concept, fabricated, okay, or fictional. And it was created in 1681 in the state of Virginia, 1681. And 1681, from the late 1600s all through the 1700s up until this present, that white supremacy thing has spread like wildfire, okay? And it just told you in Genesis, he was red all over like a hairy garment, all right? So who are the wicked, all right? And when you identify the wicked through the scriptures, through the Bible, like I said, 2/3 these stepping Fletcher ass niggas, these 2/3 boule ass pastors got a problem with it, okay? Salakia, but 11:6 in Corinthians, though I be rude in speech, but yet not in knowledge, all right? And we telling you who the wicked are, okay? Let's go here. Let's go here real quick. Let's grab Obadiah, and let's get Obadiah 1:6. And Obadiah 1:6 says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Okay. And it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, okay? It's all through the spirit of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah. All right. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Okay. And he rests his spirit on his prophets, all right? Let's go here. And we'll get something with the prophets. But let's go here first. Let's get Jeremiah. Let's grab Jeremiah. And we need Jeremiah. And we need Jeremiah. We need Jeremiah 49. We need Jeremiah 49 and 10. We're going to get right to the point. Okay, it says, but I have made Esau bare. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. So, okay, this is Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, exposing the wicked, okay? Telling you who the wicked are. He's taken the veil off of this man so you can see him for who he really is, and he's exposed him all through the spirit, okay, of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, resting this knowledge, this wisdom and understanding on his prophets, okay, who speak on his behalf, all right? I just did a lesson on that, and I got that. I get them mixed up. I don't know why I do that. I was looking for Hosea 12 and 10. I've spoken to you through my servants, the prophets, through similitudes, okay? And I was looking for it in Hebrews, and Hebrews 1 and 1, in sundry times the Lord spoke to his people through his servants, the prophets. And for some reason, I get those two mixed up. But this is how the things of Esau is searched out, okay? And this is how it's manifested through his prophets who speak on behalf of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, okay? All right? And we'll pull those up to show you real quick, okay? All right, let's grab them. Let's get Hosea, okay? And we need Hosea 12 and 10. Okay, and Hosea 12 and 10 says, I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions, all right? and use similitudes by the ministry of the prophets, all right? Okay? And that's how Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai speaks to his prophets through visions, all right? Speaks to everyone, basically, okay? He seals their instructions in them. That's Job 33, 15, and 16. But he shows his prophets visions because their visions and what we prophesize, the prophecies are popping off the pages, okay? All right, but let's go here real quick. All right, let's get numbers. Jump right back on lesson. Grab numbers, okay? And we need Numbers 12 and 6. Numbers 12 and 6 real quick, okay? It says, and he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision and will speak unto him in a dream, okay? All right? That's Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai speaking, okay? Everything is done through a spiritual eye, through the men of Great Millstone, okay? Through the men here at Great Millstone, from our apostles all the way down, okay? We look at everything through a spiritual lens, all right? Okay, and again, let's go back here, okay? Where do we want to go? All right, let's get Hebrews now. Let's grab Hebrews, okay? Let's get Hebrews, and let's get Hebrews 1 and 1. And it says, God, who at sundry times in divers manners spake in times past unto the fathers by the prophets, okay? See, so the prophets speak on behalf of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, and he comes to them in visions, all right? And these prophecies, how do you know it's a prophet? Well, let's go here. All right, let's get this one and jump right back into who are the wicked. They're being revealed as we speak through the prophets, and that's what I'm telling you right here, Jeremiah 28 and 28, 28 and 8, Salakia, 28 and 8, and it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence, okay? So the prophets prophesize, okay? Before a kingdom is brought down, before the Lord does something, he tells the people, okay? They're warned through the prophets, all right? Ezekiel 2 and 7 tell them for me whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, okay? But we have a job to do, and through the prophets, that's how this man is being revealed, okay? Through the prophets, okay, Esau is being revealed, and we're showing you this through biblical scripture that he is the wicked, all right? Okay, let's keep reading. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. The prophet which prophesies of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord have truly sent him. You see what I'm talking about, Israel? So, all right, that's how you know the prophets, all right, who are prophesizing. When you see these scriptures popping off the pages like Orville Redenbacher popcorn, all right, when you see that blood moon, and we told you it was going to be a blood moon, all right, when you see them doing door-to-door raids, and these are things we've been prophesizing for the last 20 plus years, okay? When these words of the prophet start to come true, then you'll know a prophet has been among you, all right? Okay? And at Job 33, 15 and 16, when men are asleep, he just seals their instructions in their heads, okay? It's no such thing as free will, all right? The Lord is in control of everything and everybody. This is his movie, all right? Okay? All right? Well, we'll get that real quick and jump right back into the lesson, okay? Job, all right? 33. And we need 33:15 somewhere up in there. Let's get it real quick. Job 33. It says 15. The water Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. In a vision, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions, okay? All right? Proverbs 21 at the top. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water, he turneth it wheresoever he will. So there's no free will, okay, Israel? The Lord is in control of everything, all right? And he speaks through his servants, the prophets, and that's how the things of Esau are searched out. Jeremiah 49, 9 and 10, okay? All right. Jeremiah 49, all right. Jeremiah 49, 9, okay. We'll go to 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbor, and he is not. So, okay, Esau is the wicked. Job 9 and 24, okay. Job 9 and 24, okay. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And we just told you who runs everything, who runs where there's a World Bank in every country, all right? That's what they wanted Venezuela so bad for, these elites, all right, these small hatters, because they didn't have a World Bank there, okay? All right? And this is the wicked, all right? This is the one who, soon as he's born, like I gave you at the top of the lesson in Psalms 58 and 3, he goes astray speaking lies, and that's what he's done. He's done ever since he's gotten power, okay? Ever since the Dark Ages, when they came down out of them mountains during the Renaissance period, okay? But his rulership is just about to come to an end, and that's what we're seeing, okay? That's what we're witnessing in real time, firsthand. Job 18, 5 and 6. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of the fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. Okay? And that's Job 18, 5 and 6. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay? So Esau is the wicked. All right? Esau is the wicked, all right? Okay? I just gave you Genesis 24 and 25, and the first came out red all over, and his name was Esau, all right? Okay, and he was followed by his brother Jacob, okay? That was Genesis 25. Let's revisit it one more time. The scriptures are revealing who the wicked is, all right? Okay? Genesis 25 and 23. And it says, And the Lord said, we'll start at 22, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Okay, all right. It says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was threescore years old when she bare them, okay? All right? So he's being revealed to be the wicked. Who are the wicked, all right? And again, when you reveal the wicked, you have so many boule-ass pastors, you know, these stepping Fletcher niggas who want to try to make Daddy Esau fit in the kingdom, but ain't no room for him in the kingdom. Salvation is for the Jews, all right? So that's why I brought this lesson about who are the wicked, okay? Let's go here. And I just gave you, as a matter of fact, I just gave you 2nd Ezra 9 and 13. Worry not, okay, how the wicked are going to be destroyed, all right? But worry about how you're going to be saved, all right? Okay, we're going to get that one more time. Let's get 2nd Ezra 9 and 13, all right? Don't want to butcher nothing. 2nd Ezra 9 and 13, and it says, and therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, who the world is and for whom the world is created, okay? All right, all right. And I just gave you that Genesis 25th chapter, how the first one came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called him Esau, okay? All right, so we know it's a wicked race of people. Let's go here to back that up. Let's go here and back that up, and we're going to move on real quick. What do I need? Proverbs. Give me Proverbs 24. Is that 19 up in there? Let me see. The water Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Proverbs 24:19. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be envious at the wicked. For there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. We just read that in Job 18th chapter, didn't we, Israel? And this is Proverbs 24:19 again. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked. For there shall be no reward for the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. So we know there's a race of people, okay, who are the wicked, all right? Okay, and we know them to be revealed so far through Esau, Edom, being the wicked, all right? Okay, now, we just said how he speaks through his servants, the prophets, and you would do you well to take heed, you know, that 2 Peter 1:19, for we have a more sure word of prophecy. So it would do you well, it would behoove you to listen to the prophets, all right? The life you save may very well be your own. And right now I'm revealing to you who the wicked are, okay? And the wicked are, that's Esau, Edom, okay? Let's go here. All right, let's get Second Esdras. Let's grab Second Esdras, okay? 6 and 9. Second Esdras 6 and 9. And it says, we're going to start up at 8. It says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. And that was symbolic when I gave you in that Genesis 25th chapter, 25, 25, and 25, 25, 26, okay? It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. It says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, okay? And we know before Jacob's world can come into existence, this present day evil world has to be destroyed, or should I say temporal, because it is slated for destruction, okay? All right? It has to be destroyed, okay? So we know now that Esau is the wicked, all right? So who are the wicked? And they're being revealed through scripture, okay? Obadiah 1 and 6, how are the things of Esau searched out, all right? And this is through the spirit of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Jeremiah 49 and 10. He is making Esau bare. He is taking the veil off of him so everyone can see him for who he really is. And that spiritual demon Satan, well, this is Esau Edom in the physical form. This is his physical counterpart, all right? Again, all through the spirit of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Okay, so we know Esau to be the wicked, and we know that there's a group of people that are wicked, and there's a group of people that are righteous and good, okay? Let's go here. We'll get ready to close the lesson in a minute. Just revealing who the wicked are, all right? Okay, let's get this Psalms. Let's get Psalm 7. And we want to start about 9 and read a little bit. Psalm 7 and 9, it says, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just for the righteous God. Triumph the hearts and reigns. My defense is of God, which saveth the upright in heart. Psalm 7 and 11, God judgeth the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordaineth his arrows against the persecutors, okay? So this is what Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has in store for the wicked, okay? And this is going into that ICBM missile fire, intercontinental ballistic missiles, okay? ICBM missile fire, okay? Those weapons, okay, of destruction, all right? Those are those weapons of destruction, okay? And this is what he has ready. Those bows, okay, those are not bow and arrows. Those are ICBM missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles. And this is going into that day when these nations are going to unleash those nuclear weapons on this place, those nuclear missiles on Babylon, aka America, and it's going to be sun glow, flow glow. This place is going to burn, okay? That lake of fire it talks about. And all you 2/3 Jakes trying to make Daddy Esau have a way in the kingdom when he doesn't, you're going to get thrust through too. It talks about that in Isaiah 13. I think that's Isaiah 13 and 15, if I'm not mistaken, okay? Yeah, you're going to get thrust through right along with them, okay? Because who are the wicked? Esau, Edom is the wicked, okay? You see? Let's go here. So we know we have a righteous group of people, and we know we have a wicked and evil group of people. And we know they hate the Lord, and we know the Lord hates them, okay? All right? And if they're a natural enemy to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, then they are a natural enemy to the prophets, okay? The men here at Great Millstone, from our apostles on down, and those who teach the doctrine in the like manner, okay? Those who come in the spirit of that Isaiah 8 and 20, if they speak not this word, there is no light in them, okay? Those who teach the doctrine in the like manner that we do here at Great Millstone, okay? All right, let's go here, all right? Deuteronomy, and get Deuteronomy 7 and 10. And it says, we'll start at 9. It says, know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations, and repayeth them that hate him to their face. To destroy them, he will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face, okay? So we know Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, okay, has people who hates him. He has enemies, okay? And that makes them a natural enemy to his prophets, okay? He is a natural enemy to the Lord, all right? And that's the wicked, okay? All right. Now, let's go here and get ready to close the lesson now, okay? Let's grab Romans. Let's get Romans, and let's grab Romans. Let's grab Romans 9 and 13. All right, Romans 9 and 13 says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated, okay? Again, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid, okay? All right. So there is the wicked right there, okay? And he's being exposed, okay? Through scripture. He's being exposed, okay? He's being revealed who he is, all right? Okay. I just gave you Genesis 25:20 when they was born. And let's go here. Let's get to the root of the problem right here. Let's grab Genesis 25. All right. Genesis 25 and 29. We're going to get straight to the point. We're going to get started at 28. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came in from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom, okay? And he likes his meat bloody and red right now to this present day, okay, Israel? All right. It says, and Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. And Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. And Esau despised his birthright. See, he despised his birthright, and thus he was hated by Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And it's taught to this present day that the birthright was stolen. It was tricked somehow. And it was sold for some bloody meat and some beans, all right? Okay, all right. So there is a group of people who are the wicked. And what we're seeing firsthand real time is the destruction, the downfall, the decaying, the collapse of a kingdom, all right? And witnessing the emergence of the tabernacles of David. We're witnessing the kingdom, okay? Because like I gave you, okay, all through the scriptures, it talks about if Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth it, okay? It talks about in Isaiah, okay? You got Isaiah, what's that, 65 and 17? We look for new kingdoms and new heavens, okay? Revelation 21 and 5. 2 Peter 3 and 13. Let's grab one of them real quick, okay? Let's get Isaiah 65 and 17. Let's grab that one, okay? All right. Isaiah 65 and 17. Now, I could have grabbed Revelation 21st chapter, okay? 1 through 5, 2 Peter 3, 13. I think it's another place in there also, but this is 17. Isaiah 65 and 17, it says, behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. Okay, but be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create, for behold, I create Jerusalem, a rejoicing, and her people a joy. Okay, all right. So there is a kingdom, okay, that's gonna come into play once this kingdom is destroyed, and the cleansing agent this time is fire. All right. So the wicked, whose hands the earth is given into, okay, who cover the faces of the judges to make it look like they are the judges. Okay, their candle is about to get put out. Again, Job 18, 5 and 6. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out. The spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. Okay, so there's a kingdom that's going to be destroyed. This present day evil world, like I said, okay, or should I say temporal, because it's slated for destruction. It's about to be destroyed, all right? And that new kingdom that I just gave you in that Isaiah 65 and 17 will come into play. But this one has to be destroyed. And the cleansing agent this time is fire, okay? And again, who are the wicked? They've been revealed, all right? Okay. Now let's go here. What do we want? What do we need? Because like I said, it talks about that new kingdom. Revelation 21, 2 Peter 3. You can start 10 through 15. Daniel 2 and 44. Amos 9 and 11. It's pretty much all through the Bible, okay? Let's get Hebrews 12. Let's get Hebrews. Let's grab Hebrews 12. And is that 10 or 16? One of them. I'm not that. Okay. Hebrews 10. Hebrews 12. Salakia. All right. Hebrews 12. 16, I think it is. There you go. Hebrews 12 and 16. It says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, and he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears, okay? And that's going into that Genesis 27th chapter, how when he found out that he had gave his blessing, the birthright, to his brother, okay, Jacob, who he sold it to, okay? His father Isaac gave the birthright to his son Jacob, who Esau sold the birthright to. It wasn't stolen or anything like that, all right? This contrary to popular belief, despite these Renaissance Christianity teachings and doctrine, okay, this plantation doctrine, all right, this Christianity doctrine, which is all off, okay, it was given to Jacob because he sold his birthright. He despised it, all right? So therefore, who are the wicked, okay? Get straight to the point and close the lesson, all right? Who are the wicked? Here we go. Let's get to wicked. We've been telling you, and I've showed you through scripture who the wicked are, okay? All right? What we want, 13 and 38 in the book of Matthew. Getting straight to the point, okay? And it says, Matthew 13 and 37, and he answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the good son of man, is the son, Salakia. Matthew 13 and 37, he answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the son of man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. And this is going into the tares, okay? Pretty much we've been scattered abroad, all right? Okay, and we've been scattered throughout all four corners of the universe, enslaved, okay? We are the offscouring of the earth right now. This present day talks about that in that Corinthians, okay? I think that's 1 Corinthians, okay? The offscouring of the earth, 4 and 13, 3 and 13, somewhere in there. And these men have had their way with our women. So you will have Jakes, okay, who appear to look like Jake, okay, but they're really Edomites. Numbers 1 8 and 18, you are of the bloodline, you're of the seed of your father. So whatever your father is, that's what you are, okay? Let's get it. All right, real quick, Numbers 1 and 18, okay? And it says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls, okay? So whatever your father is, that's what you are. Now you have some Jake women who have had children by Edomites, other heathen men, and the baby may appear to be one of the 12 tribes, okay? It may appear to be from the seed of Jake, but it's not, okay? It's a tare. That's what that's going into right here, okay? And that's the angels. They're going to decipher and shift out the tares from the wheat, all right? But again, these are the wicked right here, right back in Matthew, and right back in Matthew 13 and 38. Okay, Matthew 13 and 38, and it says, he answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. Malachi. We'll close the lesson right here, Israel. Malachi 1, and I'll start at the top. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. He's speaking through his prophet. Okay, Malachi the prophet, okay? I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. For whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places, thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the borders of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. So these are the wicked right there, okay? All right? Esau, Edom. Okay, so who are the wicked? Lord will, the lesson was edifying through the Spirit. That's all I have right now. In closing, I like to say Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, and Abba Bo. Until the next time.